Hey, Ursula here. Today we're going to take a look at what's going on in the garden. Let's start with the front porch. Okay, so I have purple Cherokee tomatoes. Those are hardening off. Then I have basil. I have some hollyhocks. And aroma tomato. We have eggplant and lots of cinnamon basil. Let's see, what do we got here? We've got San Marzano tomatoes along with nasturtiums. And that's a safflower. It doesn't really look that much different than bachelor button right now, but I'm gonna bet they shoot up pretty tall once they get in the ground. There's another one back there. Up here I have pickling cucumbers and a tomato that's not real happy. I think this is another San Marzano. It needs nitrogen. That's why the leaves are yellow. And then in the back, I got 2 celery this year. I think that was all I got. Down here I have alpine strawberries from last year. Here I have Johnny jump ups, and it looks like chives or something ended up in there too. So that'll be exciting. Let's see what we got up top. Some of these branches need to be cut back as soon as they finish flowering. All right, up top first. We'll go this way. Nothing in these planters yet. This is the skirt, and no, the lavender bloom didn't take. So it's just compost now. Again, these are alpine strawberries. Not sure this guy's gonna make it. He got really dry last year and not real happy. Whereas this one's really happy and is already blooming. This one is looking for some companions. That's too big of a pot for it. Over here, I have more cinnamon basil, some fern leaf lavender, some more tomatoes. I have nasturtiums. Let's see what else. And I planted this guy just so you can see what's here. It's really windy, so I've got everything weighted down. I put in sweet williams and moss roses. So that'll be blooming soon. Yeah, blooming. It hasn't even come up yet. But I'm going to expect about 10 to 12 days. Should be fine. Over here, I have mosh, and I have more onions and leeks that need to go in. I got a couple of zucchini and some alyssum. The alyssum needs to harden off because I have spots for it already. And that's a big thing in my preparation, is I don't want to harden things off and not have a spot for them. So down here in the back in the corner, that's a willow. Let's see the leaves. You have some sunflowers hiding down there. They don't take to the wind too well. Okay, this is going to be my herb spiral. I started hardening off plants specifically for the herb spiral. And what I have is a fern leaf lavender to go on the top. It should keep the deer away. It's really stinky. Then I'm going to have an entire row alternating of purple basil and green basil. And then I've got orange thyme. Needs a drink. That guy's getting thirsty. And in the back corner, I have chives. Oh man, I bought garlic chives instead of regular chives. Oh well. Well, those don't need to get planted then. I've got parsley. Gosh, I can't even get the shot. And more basils. So apparently I thought I had chives and I don't. I have garlic chives, and I have literally garlic chives all over the whole yard. So I really didn't need those. In this planter I have currants, and there was a yellow bloom on it. These are a native currant, so that's new for me. I don't know what they're going to be like. They need to go in the ground. They really don't belong in a planter. The peach tree. And then down here, this is Santolina and white lavender. And then I've got some more alyssum on both corners. Those guys could use a drink. And my tower. And then I planted leeks in here, but I don't know if they're going to survive. It's really dry. So that's what's going on there. It's been too dry to do much of anything here, but I've measured it and I think I can get a row of tomatoes in. And then in front of that, I will plant sunflowers. So you won't really see those from the street, but I can harvest them. There's plenty of space in here for that. This is a pomegranate tree. So that's what's going on in the front yard right now. Let's go take a look at the back. Okay, now we're up next to the garage. This is a cinder block garden, and I redid it a little bit this year. If you've been following along, you may have seen some of that. I've got tulle out so the deer don't get in here. You can see I have lots of lettuce, and I did plant some leeks in here. Spinach. Radishes. I have some things going to seed. Down here I have some carrots. That looks like a tomato. I have onions I planted in here. These are red onions. They really need a drink tonight. I had to hook up the hose and turn on the water. Let's hope it stays warm. I have beets that I'm going to let go to seed. And in here I have some green onions, some more spinach. We didn't get very much in the way of germination of the spinach in here. So as soon as this is done, there's a zucchini waiting to get planted, probably right here. It can take over this bed as soon as the spinach is done. Some more spinach and some chard, and I put up every tomato cage I could to protect this, because we're gonna go take a walk around the other side and you can take a look at the deer prints. Eventually the tomatoes are going in here, but right here, right there, there's another footprint there. There were 4 of them in here. We like eating this. This is a tree that doesn't belong here. It's a honey locust. I'm going to try and move this to a better location because I don't need it under my garage. And we have the plastic sheeting up to hopefully scare anything away, but that fawn is very determined. It likes to eat something back here. It looks like it defoliated this guy. This is a black raspberry cane. It was doing really well back here. There are no leaves now. So apparently that's what it's eating. It's eating all the leaves off the black raspberries. So there you have it. We'll see you next time. Until then, happy gardening.